Andre Agassi once said, "I could live with losing, but I can't live without taking a chance." Fin fans up north, fin fans in the south, to the east, and to the west. What's better than this? More of this. Let's talk about it. Alright, before we dabble into this little subject here, I just want to say, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. It'll help us reach our milestone. And if you guys are already subscribers and you guys are getting the t-shirts and I see that people are getting, I want to say thank you. We love you guys very much. You're helping the community grow, and it's all supporting the NFL and, again, supporting our community of the Miami Dolphins. And with that, let's get to it. So, the game Sunday, from the start, that game was a very disheartening, anemic game. That game was ours to have won, and we just didn't execute right. We had piss poor play, like right off the rip. First play of the game, we lose Teddy B. Now, my thing is, I always feel that, everybody has an opinion, and, my opinion is that, Skyler's he's still the man. He's still the quarterback. However, I don't think that us losing, Teddy B in that capacity was, I guess, warranted in a sense. I didn't see him, like grabbing his helmet or anything. I don't know what that was about. And not to say that we would have done anything different with Teddy. It just, I don't know. I just really wasn't feeling the energy with Teddy out there to begin with. Now with Skyler out there, I felt that if the offensive line were to have been on point with their blocking, then, minus, the a couple overthrows he had, he's just getting into his rhythm. You remember this, the guy's he's a rook, and he's out there for the first time, so this is kind of like new to him, but he's absorbing it, he's taking it in. So there's gonna be some things he's gonna do that's gonna be a mistake. You gotta expect that out of any rookie coming into the game like that. However, though, I think that, when he had Armstead go out, I think the dynamics of that changed. I think, when Little was in there, that Little was getting murdered, okay? Little was getting murdered, and Eichenberg wasn't helping any with the offensive line blocking. I don't think Eichenberg and Little, were at their best capacity during the game, because both of them was getting blown up, but Little especially was getting cooked over there. And when you have a quarterback that's being rushed, from the right hand side, and then you got people coming in on the left, and he's not getting a chance to set up and to throw. I think it was in the fourth quarter, he threw that pass to Connor. And, Connor got his hands on it. He just didn't bring it in, and that was the first time Connor got into the game himself. I understand there's going to be jitters like that. However, though, when it's your chance, it's your chance to shine. When, we are looking at our run game, the only thing about it is that the run game was pretty decent. It wasn't great. It was decent. And, for the most part, Moser did, a serviceable job, and the thing about it was, though, at the end of the day, is the Jets outsmarted us. The Jets outplayed our coaching. Basically, the Jets stayed in cover 2 the entire time, and they were going to make us beat them with the quarterbacks that we had, because the Jets don't fear Teddy B. They don't fear Skyler. And if Tua was there, they wouldn't fear Tua either. They'd play the same way. They'd play us in cover 2, and so that we couldn't beat them over the top. So they kept all the receivers in front of them. And they was good with giving up little, 10, 15-yard runs here and there. They was good with that, because they were just going to say, you're not going to beat us over the air. You're going to have to beat us with your quarterbacks, and you're going to beat us in the ground game. And they also didn't believe that our running game was dominant enough to cause them to come out of that cover 2. So, we were like, we were behind the 8 ball from the jump when we were trying to play the Jets game, who, in a sense, was playing our game, but outsmarted us in that. We stuck to the run game, thinking that, okay, well, we're just going to continue to run, and we'll beat you with the run. And the Jets was like, go ahead, do that, because we're not going to give you anything over the top. And sure enough, that's what happened. They didn't give us nothing over the top, and they beat us at our game. They let Moser get whatever yards he got, and, the Jets owned that. But see, right there, that's because they outsmarted us and we weren't thinking. Like, go ahead, take the shots. Let's get the pass interference penalties that we were getting, and all of a sudden it just stops. And it's like, why? Because we're trying to open this up, and the only way to open that up, you gotta take the shots over the top like that. The run game was decent, but it would have been even better if you could open the top up and just let it rip. Now, with our sloppy play, look, we had like 5 penalties for 49 yards, and that was in the first quarter alone, and it just got sloppier after that. And again, Teron Armstead, he went out because of his toe. There's no telling when he's coming back, or even if he's coming back. This could be one of them things where he has an injury on his toe where it could take him out for the rest of the year. We just don't know yet. And to have that happened to us, and then you got the blocking that was not there with Little and Eichenberg. It's just, right now we are in a state of flux, not in a state of panic, but just in a state of flux, because we really need for players to step up and fill the roles that they were supposed to be filling. Now, that's all I'm going to say about the offense. We're just going to talk about the defense, because you can tell right away off the rip that without at least one of our star cornerbacks that we were hurting. Kodu out there, Brandon Jones and Holland. I mean, that just wasn't enough. That just was not enough. I think with Xavier out there, that would at least give us some type of edge. I mean, whether he would have got burnt or not, there still would have been that dilemma, that hesitancy to be striking it, for Zach Wilson to be, throwing to his receivers over in that area, where Xavier, mans the island. And, well, because it wasn't out there, the Jets felt compelled to go ahead and exploit that, and that's exactly what they did. And when they did it, it's like, I don't say nobody was tackling. I mean, Kohu, he was out there tackling. Holland, was doing his tackling, but it just seemed as if, when you look at what Eric Rowe was up there doing and Nick Needham, I don't know. It just seemed like it didn't really seem like they was out there trying to stop anybody to me. I could be wrong. I just didn't pick that up. I just didn't pick that energy up. Like the defensive line, they were there. They did their best to, stop a couple runs and, press Zach a little bit. But did they really stop the runs? Because Breece Hall, our defensive line, was like letting Breece Hall just run through it. But then too, it's like, we played like zone. We played zone a lot, and that was kind of unusual. Because there was really no pressure, and when the pressure was there, we were shutting the run down. And Zach was flustered, but then it was like we was in the zone thing, and that whole zone scheme just doesn't work with our defense. It never has. And I understand, we can't keep blitzing all game, but we got to figure something else out, because zone doesn't work with the type players that we have. Obviously, it didn't work last season, and trying to do it now, it's still not working. So I don't know. It was disheartening. I'm not gonna lie. It was a disheartening loss. With the Bengals. The Bengals, I felt, that win was a win that we could have got like straight up. With this loss right here, I felt like we just got beat. We just got beat soundly by the Jets, and they tied the head-to-head up now. We're both at 56, 56-1, and we got another meeting with them again this season, and this time it'll be in Miami. And hopefully we can get Waddle in there doing the Waddle dance to the Jets, sitting there mocking him. And, I kind of felt embarrassed for us because this was happening like that. And it's like we had no answer. And we are a better team than that. A lot better team than that. And not just on paper. So, I'm not even gonna, go into it anymore. Jason, he missed his kick, his field goal. Yeah, it was disheartening. It was disheartening all the way through. But I don't know. Look, if you guys have any questions, comments, please let me know below. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. It's gonna help us reach our milestone. If you guys are already subscribers, I want to say thank you for being a subscriber, and also grabbing some t-shirts, because it's really helping us out. We're just trying to do something fun here in this community, and at the same time, show some support for the NFL, because all of us are fans of the NFL. We just have different teams that we love. And with all that, I just want to say thank you guys, love y'all, deuces. Alright, so football seasons began, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting Thursday. This Thursday here, or actually every Thursday, is we're going to be doing our odd and gamble. And basically the odds are going against the gamble. And these are two characters I created. Odd is a card, he's an ace card, and gamble is a house poker chip. And basically these two pit against each other. And how it works is that the odds, of our team winning is pretty much predicated by the things that are happening, like with the players, with the weather, with the field, and anything that's not predicated to the house. So those are the odds, okay? And the gamble is what's the casino saying, what is like all the betting sites saying. So that's the house, and that's gamble. So every week we're going to go by game. You guys choose, what are the odds that the Dolphins are going to win, or is it a gamble that the Dolphins are going to win with what they're saying against each other. So you just choose odd or just choose gamble, and I'll do the rest. And then Sunday before kickoff, like an hour before kickoff, I'll, give the results of who's winning, okay? So that's how we're going to do that. So Odd and Gamble starting this week, and, every Sunday I'm going to drop the results for that, okay? Good deal. So let's have some fun this season, and, we're 1-0. So let's have some fun this season, and let's try to get to the Super Bowl. Fin fans up north, fin fans in the south, to the east, and to the west. What's better than this? More of this. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to take a look at our gear. Clicking with the Fin Fan. You can check out the links below. And also know that your support with this helps our artist, and it also helps what we're doing here with Clicking with the Fin Fan. And a good thing about it all is you also get free shipping with that. So just take a look at the gear that we got. Grab something for you, your boo, significant other, your kids, whatever. And help support what we're doing here, and we appreciate it a lot. Thank you.